Power on. Select your players.
Pierre, Sarah, Glenn.
Select your topic.
Games.
Select your format.
Entertaining podcast.
They're called the Button Boys. So make some fucking noise. 'Cause they're gonna talk about video gaming and stuff.
Button Boys.
There's millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof. It's called Button Boys, Button Boys, Button Boys. Welcome to Button Boys.
What was that?
No.
I don't remember.
Yes, you do.
No, but the tune, what was it?
Sarah remembers.
No.
Toys R Us.
Yes, Toys R Us, Toys R Us.
There's millions, close quotation marks.
Who's
Says
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey, the giraffe,
the
and they
giraffe.
don't tell you that.
No, they
Yeah.
don't tell you that.
That's the lyrics.
There's millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof. Lyrics that were made to be read and not sung.
Horrible.
Well,
So many, yeah.
It's like a song that's been translated from like Arabic or Chinese, where they go, yeah, it's very hard to get it to scan. We're going to have to phrase things in a very strange way.
I'd understand it if it was called like Toys R Roof, but they don't. The roof bit's irrelevant. So they could have made whatever they want.
If it was called like Toys Warehouse or something, or Al's Big Toy Barn from Toy Story.
Did you guys get sex education from a giraffe?
We have to remember Pierre was brought up in South Africa. It
you
was a sort of
put-
very safari-based
Have you put that
upbringing.
question through a translation?
He saw a long-necked giraffe filleting a lamppost, and that was how he learned.
No, it was like they're all talking and stuff, where it's like The Circle of Life. That's a song that is sung by, I guess, a lion. But The Circle of Fucking, that's a giraffe. You get taught how to drive by a zebra.
Yeah.
Every safari animal's got
Drive over the me crossing.
a different life lesson. Oh, very nice. Or a pelican. There was it was called like the Life Sciences van or something, and it was like this big, you know, like those vans you get on like Hollywood sets where it's like the size of an international commercial truck.
Yeah.
And you'd go inside and it would be like screens and interactive learning, and there would be like a fucking puppet giraffe that would tell you about pubes.
What did the giraffe tell you to do?
Just told you to watch out.
Tell you to do.
Well, just tell you to
Not advise.
tell you to do. Or here is your mission. No, just the giraffe would warn you about pubes are coming.
Wow. Dude, how did you have to put a condom over a giraffe's head and neck?
And like
Yeah.
you're
It took ages.
Like you're assassinating it.
It looks like it's doing a really sexy bank robbery.
It's so much easier than strangling it.
Yeah.
You have to strangle it
bank robbery.
in stages all the way up.
No, we were shown a VHS.
No, it was people for us.
Really?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
did you
human
have,
beings.
Did you have
People
the family
said-
on the beach?
People said that the giraffe had people inside it as a puppet, but I think it was a giraffe.
I think we just had people in a house.
We had a family
House.
playing tennis on a beach, and the family were just completely naked.
Yeah, entirely naked.
It was. We were.
What
like,
are you
warned
talking about?
this.
Yeah, it was naked people in a house, which, based on your two stories,
What?
mine makes the most sense.
Yours is completely normal.
Naked
I think
people in
it's
a
fine.
house.
Yeah, they're walking
On a
around
video?
and it's telling you about the anatomy.
On a video?
Yeah.
Right, I thought you meant you just went to a house.
Yeah.
Naked
We went on a school trip to a nudist colony.
onto the door of a suburban house.
Yeah.
And they go, what do you want to know?
Okay, so just to clear it up, mine is the most like fucking whimsical.
Yeah.
None of us learned in a normal way from
No.
school. No, okay.
And that's why none of us have had sex.
Correct.
No. But one day, all three of us will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that giraffe eventually.
Button Boys Live.
That's it.
Our first live event.
Yeah.
BYOG, bring your own giraffe. This is a video games podcast. We should probably make that very, very clear.
Yeah.
Same question I always ask. What have you been playing?
I had an absolute nightmare this week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on tour.
Uh-huh.
By the time you guys hear this, I think I'll still be on tour.
Yeah.
And I was away for like 3 days, 4 days. Dublin, Belfast. No headphones.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Forgot my headphones. I forgot them.
Jesus.
Did you buy some?
I was so close to buying them.
You
but
should, because in those moments, don't you go, a cheap pair of headphones for, say, £10, £15, but you know will only last for 8 days. You go, I'd pay £15 right now.
to not have to think my own thoughts.
Right?
So you spent 3 days ears wide open to the world?
Ears gaping
No.
for 3 days.
Everything went in.
During which time I stayed accidentally in a Wetherspoons hotel and also in a thing I thought was a hotel, but I think used to be a hospital. It's very unclear. It was full of Hindus, and they were roaming the corridors like in a horror film, where like the one guy's hiding from zombies.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
All night screaming and stomping up and down.
And it felt like a hospital.
It had like solid, shiny floors. It wasn't carpeted.
Oh, yeah.
And every room was unlocked by an individual physical key.
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's horrible. I really like that.
Were the Hindus still there in the morning when the sun came up?
I had to leave at 5 a.m. for my flight, and I could still hear them talking and drinking from whatever rooms they were in.
Wow, what Resident Evil tour you're having.
It was genuinely...
Yeah.
And all of this without headphones.
I'd like to thank all of the staggering nurses who came out to the show. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you have to hum to yourself for 3 days?
Basically, yeah. I thought so many thoughts. I don't know if it was good or not.
No, it's not good.
So it made gaming difficult, even on my phone.
Yeah, I can imagine. You can't immerse yourself.
No, but I've downloaded and not yet played because I want to do it with my noise-cancelling headphones. That's the other thing, is I've been so spoiled by noise-cancelling.
Yeah.
But the idea of picking up a pair of chewing gum fucking headphones and jamming them in my little ear holes.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
Oxenfree. I've downloaded Oxenfree from
Hey,
Netflix
okay.
games.
I wonder. I'd be very intrigued to know whether or not you like.
Was this close to downloading
Oxenfree.
the Love Island game? So I thought, I think I don't want headphones for that.
Oxenfree's got amazing sound design because it's very eerie and it's all about radio frequencies and tuning things and getting spooky signals.
Well, this is it. So I thought playing that like out loud in an already very spooky situation.
Yeah, obnoxious and frightening.
Yeah, no. So
you the
Oxenfree is on my
willies.
waiting list. It would give me the willies.
Yeah.
It would give me the plastic Hindu willies.
Yeah.
The worst kind of willy.
Yeah. Sarah, what have you been playing?
I downloaded the cheapest game on the Nintendo Store.
Right.
And there's a reason that it's a cheap game.
Yeah, that's where they save all the like hentai and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what did you get? What tactical porn did you get?
99p.
Yeah.
I got one called Mad Carnage.
Cool.
And it's...
You're the only person I know who presents me with games I've never heard of.
That's because I go to the bargain bucket on the Nintendo
you go on the
eShop.
dark web of the Nintendo Switch store.
Yeah.
You're not going to Toys R Us. You're going to like Toy Barn. And it's only in one town.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
a franchise.
Yeah, the 99p hole. And I bought Mad Carnage, and it's not for me.
What is it?
It looked like a racing game, sort of car. It said like at the end of the Great War, humans.
As in the Great War, or like they're foreseeing a war in the future.
I think this is a fictional war. Nothing is historically accurate.
Right.
You wouldn't like it, Pierre.
I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, human culture has sort of died out, but there are cars. I don't know. Anyway, so I thought it would be kind of like speeding around in a car, having a nice time.
Mad
just
Max,
sort of,
maybe.
It's not. It's sort of grid-based, turn-based combat. You can move within a certain range.
Okay.
And then you can fire at another car, and then they'll fire at you, and it's quite dull actually.
This sounds like it was maybe inspired by something like Into the Breach that Pierre's been playing.
Yeah.
Yes,
XCOM, one of those.
It's the 89p version of Into the Breach.
Was this a discount, or is that the game's full price? I
It's,
wouldn't want to trouble you. This is less than an ice cream.
It was a deal, yeah.
Okay.
So I wasn't completely foolhardy, but I don't know. Maybe I'm going to give it a bit longer and see if it escalates into something more challenging.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's the same. I know I've talked about this before. What's Forge of Empires?
Yes, yeah.
Have a combat system.
Your game that sounded like you're just giving all of your data to
Yes,
whatever
yeah,
dodgy
yeah.
Chinese
and it's
company.
asking me for cash constantly.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Looked it up on Metacritic. Mad Carnage released in 2018. 4 reviews on Metacritic, so not many. That is the bare minimum you need to get a score on Metacritic. It's currently sitting at 46 out of 100. I don't think I've played a game that low, that's ranked that low, ever.
Well, don't. That's what I can tell you right now. I think it's completely ridiculous to call a game that is turn-based Mad Carnage.
Yes, when it's natural status pause.
Yeah.
It's a menu.
Everything is patience. Everything is waiting.
It's arrogant to add mad as an adjective on there, I think.
When you've already
like
got
Crazy
Carnage.
Taxi. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you go, not your not your place to say.
Yeah.
In the same way, someone returning from a date, how was your date last night? Yeah, I was really sexy last night. Not your place to say. Not your place to say.
But Carnage is already mad.
Yeah.
If you
That's
said,
a good
it
point.
was Carnage.
Yes.
It was
You'd
mad
go,
carnage.
but quite relaxed.
And
But-
also, calling your game Carnage, presumably, well, that game does already exist. Carnage is a completely separate franchise. But you go, I think they maybe went car pun first and then worked backwards and created an entire game around that.
I've just realised the car pun as well.
No, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not what they meant. They were like, I wish it didn't have
But
the word Carnage.
it's stupid though, because it's like, oh, it's mad car. Nidge.
Yeah.
And you go,
Yeah.
right, well,
What's
mad cars.
Nidge?
Well, what's Nidge?
Or
and-
maybe it's like car and edge, like picket and mix.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Idge.
still, what's Idge?
Yeah, but what's the fucking mix?
But also-
I know what the pick is, but then...
You mix
Because you can
them.
mix it yourself.
Nah, I'm only
Oh.
getting one sweet.
But also, mad car is not a thing.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, it's absolutely mad.
He's got mad car.
Oh, last night was mad car.
But you'd forgive all of this if the game was mad.
Correct.
Yeah,
You go,
but
to
maybe
be fair,
maybe
this
it's
is mad.
46%.
You can't have a mad game that is grid based.
No.
Yeah.
If
Because it's chess.
You
the
can't have a
literal
mad game where the game
grid.
goes, it's your turn now. Or the game goes, it's not your turn, so wait there.
Yeah.
This is Carnage.
That's exactly
It's your parents
right.
insisting something is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Sarah, you don't have to do this.
What?
I feel you feel a lot of pressure to like buy a brand new game every week.
Yeah.
Why?
Impress you.
I haven't heard of Mad Car.
I wouldn't- you like me.
I do, but I just you don't have to. You can play stuff you enjoy.
You never talk to me.
I do. I swear. I respond to nearly all of your messages.
Yeah, we talk all the time.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to be a bit wacky.
No, I appreciate.
I wake
the
up in the
wackiness.
morning before these records. I haven't played anything because we're recording constantly at the moment.
Yes, it's because we're going to Australia and we're trying to get as many in the bag as possible.
Yeah. I get out of the shower, I sit on my bed, still in my towel, and I buy the cheapest thing on the Nintendo eShop. You want the truth?
That's such a mad routine.
It's a good survey though, because if you stumble across a ruby in the dust, it's going to be such a coup for the
Well, this
listeners.
is how
man,
we
yeah,
found
you might-
Dorfromantik.
Yeah.
and you might find the next Balatro, a game that like no one has heard of, and then suddenly it becomes this
Yeah.
world-changing.
I've maybe got to
event.
scroll down a bit further when I go price low to high. I think I've got to maybe get into the mid-range.
It's like getting the house red. You made second from.
I knew what I was doing today. I want you to know that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't buy that game thinking that looks good.
Yes.
I thought this will be funny.
We'll talk. Yeah.
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 And lo and behold,
Lo and behold,
we've had a laugh.
it's the lowest ranked game we've spoken about on the podcast so far.
Till any of mine come out.
Yes.
You just wait. 0 or TBC is still lower than 46.
Yes. So many of your games, your predicted games of the year.
A game in the hand.
Yes.
A game in the hand is worth 2 on the release schedule.
Speaking of which, my arms are longer now. One of the ones that you predicted is going to be wants to be on your list. Console release not till next year, but PC is coming out this year. PC is supposedly coming out this year, so you never know. You might get your first ever game.
You might get a point.
to come out. The poison chalice of Pierre saying he's interested in whatever game you're making. To any developers out there, I sincerely hope your tastes do not align with
It's
his.
like when
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson covers your song. They wake up, they go, Pierre Novelli's recommended our game.
He's going to gamble on it. You're fucked.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Investors pull out.
Yeah. I get paid to not say anything.
Yeah.
I will not pick your game if you send us money.
Yes, let's do it that way. I've been playing a ton this week. I've been playing an absolute ton.
Well, you've been lying in bed with Shenyu and cough.
I've been ill. The cough is still here, so I've had the chance to play quite a bit. I finished Resident Evil Requiem. Absolutely loved it. I have more thoughts based on having finished it.
Did the zombies get bigger?
To some extent, yes. But what I liked was, for the most part, zombies are 90% of the enemies throughout the game, and I preferred that. I had a slight tinge of disappointment that the game is half split between playing Grace, this FBI agent, and that's all in first person, if you so choose, in this asylum, and it's all very Resident Evil trying its best to scare you. And then the other half is Leon Kennedy, your action-packed police hero who can, in previous games can like suplex zombies and smash their heads in and has loads of weaponry. And I was looking forward to more the horror side of it. That's what I'm looking for in a Resident Evil. And they've got such a good push and pull. The people who make Resident Evil have got such a good idea of, firstly, how to scare you and also how to make you never ever feel on top of the game. No matter how much you conserve your ammunition, no matter how much you feel on top of an area, they'll always introduce a new layer that will just completely screw you over. And so there was like this whole east wing of the hospital where there were 2 routes through it. And one was kind of had a few zombies and no useful items. So I didn't even go down that route once. And I was quite comfortable being like, I'm not wasting any time down there. And then suddenly halfway through the game, the area I had been going through suddenly becomes infested with zombies. And now you're suddenly forced to go through this horrible area that you'd never been through before. That sort of thing is so good. Or you have this new little device that allows you to basically draw blood from zombies, and you can use it to make bullets. The science is very, very flimsy. Or you can use it to literally blow zombies up, as in you inject it. If you sneak up on a zombie and inject this into their neck, it just makes their head swell up and they explode.
Their own blood.
Essentially, yeah.
The blood of their friends.
Yes, because if you leave a zombie intact, lying on the floor dead, there's a chance it might basically transform and turn into something significantly worse.
Oh.
And this horrible, like, some kind of crab zombies that can leap around and they're a lot stronger. So suddenly, whenever you
So you
saw...
have to defile the body.
Essentially, yeah, you have to defile them. It's very graphic. But what I really, really like is when you see a body prone on the floor, you spend half the game being like, I'm going to give that as wide a berth as possible because I don't want it to suddenly spring up. Then suddenly they give you this device which is like, or you can get closer and take their blood. And so it's this constant push and pull that I really liked. And when I left the hospital, I was a bit disappointed because I was like, that is the game's best effort to scare me. And I don't feel scared. And I wasn't as excited to play as Leon, even though his scenes are so action-packed and good fun. It's just not what I look for in a horror game. Actually, I think the second half is a lot better because the second half is mostly played as Leon. This is not a spoiler that you go back to Raccoon City, which was destroyed by a nuclear explosion like 25 years previously. It plays out a bit like Last of Us Part 2, when you and Dina are going through those like open areas and there's like 3 main locations you need to explore and you're allowed to sort of explore those at your own leisure. It's good stuff. I just really, really liked it. I really, really liked it. I've got one gripe I'm going to say for the Patreon.
Okay.
But it is really good. And with that in mind, Sarah,
I'm going to
just
borrow
just so you're not playing Carnage, Mad Carnage,
Thank
I'm
you.
gifting you
Glenn-
Resident Evil Requiem, and I just want to know what your thoughts are on it.
Glenn texted me about this last night saying, do you want to borrow it? And I said, how scary is it? And what was your answer?
I said it's very stressful.
Yeah.
It's incredibly stressful.
So I'm going to give it a go for the pod.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the game took me about 9 hours.
It's almost in black and white. It's very washed out.
Yes.
I'm already scared.
Well, also, it's quite, I mean, on the Last of Us
It
thing,
looks like Game of Thrones.
The Last of Us Part 2, obviously, you're playing in this ruined society. Playing Resident Evil Requiem, destroyed by an atom bomb. It is the brownest game I've ever played in my life. Phenomenally brown.
Yeah.
I really like it when, as a colourblind person, I can see a colour vividly. I was like, I'm nailing this. I know I'm seeing this the same as everyone else in the world.
So at the back of the box, it says, a mysterious death in an abandoned hotel triggers a descent into horror and shocking connections to the hidden truth behind the Raccoon City incident. Why have they gone for Raccoon City, just out of interest?
Do you know what? It was the 90s. And I guess the hardest thing for them when they were sort of remaking 2 and 3 and 4 about half a decade ago was them having to deal with the 90s cheesiness
Because
of the
suddenly
world
we're
they'd
in
established.
Zootopia, aren't we?
Essentially, yeah. And it's really funny whenever you look at like the tourist brochures that you can find in Resident Evil, and it says stuff like, people come from all around to look at the amazing Umbrella Corporation factory. And you go, no, they don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's also like it must be difficult if you're Japanese because you're saying to yourself, right, I'm going to make a game in English, right?
Yeah.
And you've got this mixture of influences because there are towns in the Midwest in America called like Paint
Yeah.
and like Antlers.
Yeah.
And, you know, like Elk City. I guarantee you there's like a fucking Elk City
Well,
and like
but-
Waterfall Town because it's all pioneer era
Yeah.
stuff. Whereas all
Yeah, but
the...
you wouldn't be afraid to go there.
No, sure. But like...
Raccoon City sounds like somewhere you'd learn to have sex.
Yeah, or burglary.
Yeah,
Raccoons
yeah.
teach you burglary, giraffes teach you about pubes.
Of course.
It's all circle of life.
Yeah, I don't want to be taught sex by a raccoon wearing like a black eye mask.
Well, with little hands.
Yeah.
They... I think it's difficult because...
With the little hands, they'd be better at it than a giraffe.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want
Big
to be...
tongue though on a giraffe.
You don't want to be hoofed. though.
Yeah.
It's a mixture. It's a mixed picture. But
We
the
should do it together.
yeah. Menage a what?
It should look like this.
Menage a zoo. If you're Japanese, though, like let's say in a hypothetical scenario where all of the English-speaking culture influencing Japan is just from the UK,
Yeah.
there'd be an American podcast going, "Why is the town called Teeshire?" You know, like they'd be naming everything after weird English towns.
Yeah,
But
there's-
because their influences were American, they were just like, you guys love names like Raccoon City.
There's a slight suspension
You're
of
a bunch of
disbelief.
fucking weirdos.
When you're playing a Capcom game in general, and in particular Resident Evil, there's a suspension of disbelief that you're like, I'm watching a Japanese portrayal of America. It is so not a westernized. I know it's set in America, and it just isn't. And the way Leon deals with enemies is something that does piss me off. But like, if he's fighting an enormous mutated spider, and he'll be like, didn't your mom say it's rude to play with your food? And you get, take it seriously. Take this seriously.
Yeah,
Do you want me to take the game seriously?
The spider's mum.
Yeah.
But to teach it manners.
Yeah,
Like all the other
that
spiders.
sort of thing.
I doubt
When
she
he's-
said anything.
He's like riding a motorcycle, and then it ends up, he sort of like collides with some horrible mutant dog, and then crashes the motorcycle. Need to get my MOT booked. Just take the situation seriously.
funny.
I hate stuff like that.
It should just be a man desperately firing a machine gun from the hip at a giant mutated spider, just going, ah!
Yeah. This reminds me of being in Iraq.
Just being traumatized forever.
Yeah. That's all it should be.
Yeah, just trying not to throw up.
Yeah.
His own
Fuck.
mouth.
All the dialogue.
Because that's what Grace, the FBI agent, that's what she's like. She's just it's first person, panicked breathing throughout. And you're like, great, you're telling me how scared I should be.
Yeah.
But I much prefer that. The other thing I've been playing has been a hell of a lot nicer. I've been playing this on Xbox Game Pass, but you can get it on Switch. You can get it on PlayStation as well and PC. I've been playing Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf. Children of the Leaf. I hate subtitles in game. I hate just call it Planet of Lana 2.
Yeah. Children of the Leaf.
Yeah, I used to do this loads of Witcher 3. So many names of stuff in Witcher 3 worked perfectly with Benny and the Jets.
Yeah.
Jenny of the Woods is a
Jenny of the Woods. That's good, yeah.
And
Jenny!
the worst named pub in The Witcher I ever found of Cunny of the Goose. Cunny of the Goose
No.
is the name of a pub in The Witcher.
I'm just nipping down to the Cunny for a drink.
Yeah, we're having
Is
a
that
couple
what
of
people
pints in the
say?
Cunny. Awful. Absolutely wretched.
In our little
Yeah.
woolen scrum hats.
Yes. In
I have an answer for you, though, about the scrum hats.
Oh, yeah.
We had that in the UK. Elizabeth I passed a law that said you had to wear a woolen hat on Sundays and Saints' days. And it was a boost to the wool industry. So it was a real thing just so that people would have to buy woolen scrum hats with flaps on the ears.
Did I zone out? What the fuck is happening?
We were talking a few episodes. To be fair, this was many episodes ago.
Yeah.
But we were wondering why people in The Witcher are like in those sort of Game of Thrones-esque sort of
Medieval-y
fantasy
things.
settings, any medieval setting, they're wearing those sort of like swimming
Shitty,
hats.
like swimming hats of
Yeah,
made
like
of wool.
rugby,
Rugby
yeah.
scrum hats, yeah. Yeah, so that's what that
Every
was.
peasant's wearing one of those.
Yeah.
Why? It was the law for a bit.
Yeah.
So how about that?
Planet of Lana was the best Xbox game in a while, and I loved it. And it's like, if you like stuff like Inside or Limbo or even Little Nightmares, basically it's slightly visually inspired by like Studio Ghibli. There's a girl called Lana who lives on an alien planet, but is basically essentially human, and the alien planet is very much just like lush, like Avatar, basically, just lush greenery and really nice. And the first game covered like a big alien invasion that was a bit like War of the Worlds. Big robots with spindly legs came down. And you and your little companion, who is an entirely black, basically half cat, half monkey called Mui, who's really, really cute, really, really adorable. You would just solve various puzzles, and it was 2D, so you're always side-scrolling, and it was all various, this particular robot is afraid of the light, so I need to make sure I trap it behind a light beam so I can jump over it, that sort of thing. Planet of Lana 2 is exactly the same thing. It's just more of the same. Really, really nice. It's nice to play a game like Limbo or Little Nightmares without the overarching horror. It's just pleasant.
And who are the Children of the Leaf?
This hasn't come up yet. I'm like 4 chapters in out of about 7, so this has not become clear.
Have you seen a leaf that is pregnant?
The game isn't in English. So it says at the beginning, it says, this is all in a made-up language. We want you to interpret this as you want, essentially. That's all that they say. So I don't know what any of that is. The only thing is, it is really nice and friendly, and it's a lovable game, and Mui is such a lovable little companion, and I want nothing but the best for Mui and Lana. However, it is like, when one thing goes wrong, it's like instant death, and then you have to restart the screen. It is as horrifying as The Last of Us Part 2.
When you die?
Well, yeah, because I managed to avoid a security camera's beam. Mui just about didn't. Mui gets instantly shot by a security camera, and Lana goes, Mui! And then the screen just cuts to black.
Good lord.
And you go, that's so much worse.
Totally
That's so much worse.
unnecessary.
I was hoping a sort of Super Mario, like, oh, you got caught. Back to the beginning, you naughty alien. Like, instead it's like, you just see this friend just lose her childhood companion and when the screen goes to black. It's making me really sad.
So anxiety.
It's making me so sad. It's probably making me better at the game because I'm like, I'm not launching into a puzzle until I know for a fact I can definitely.
I don't want Mui to die again.
Don't want me. Oh my God.
I remember that feeling as a kid where the losing is sad enough that you're like, I'm so motivated.
Yeah.
To do
Yeah.
it now.
I don't want to see that again.
Because they just they just really flop down prone onto the ground. You just see the life just leave because they are just little 2.5D animations.
That was the moment I realised that It Takes Two was not specifically sort of like a child-friendly game. Is when they're in the like garage and the nails are falling down from the ceiling and you've got to dodge these nails.
And you get a little silhouette so you can work out where it's
where
going
they're
to
going
land.
to fall. But when they hit you, you are fucked. You
Yeah.
are pinned to the ground. So graphic.
You know, like in Helm's Deep when they fire when they're getting the ladders up and they just fire those chains over and like one guy gets hit in the chest.
Yeah,
It's
like
that essentially.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Up until that point, it's so cute.
So it's just like happy tree friends. Like,
It ends up being like happy. Yeah, it ends up being that. Which in no way brings us onto the topic of the
I think
day.
it does because I
Do you reckon?
yeah. So we'll say what it is and I'll justify
Our
myself.
topic of the day is oh yeah moments in games.
Button Boys.
We're back.
We've done it before
Yeah.
and we had so much fun with it. I don't mean, oh, I really love it in a first-person shooter when you win. Not as broad as that. I'm talking like really small, pernickety niche little bits in games that just make you go, yes, please. It's yes, please moments in games.
I think it's a good thing when the losing moment or the noise when you fuck it up is so annoying, like a really annoying sound, like or a really harrowing, demise.
Yeah.
Because of how much it makes you lock in.
So that's a yes, please for you?
Well, yeah, but in the sense that it makes me care more about the game, I feel more motivated. I'm like, I don't want to hear that fucking noise again, or like, that's so horrible. I'm going to do better at the
I
game.
die too much for this.
Yeah.
To be positive.
I try to go into horror games go as long as I can without dying. And then the moment I die once, I'm just like, doesn't matter. I'll just play this however I want to now. But I did this game Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl that came out a couple of years ago. And the developers were based in Ukraine. So it took ages for it to come out. Really, really tense development cycle because of the war. And it came out and it's very sort of Fallout based. And you are in Chernobyl. You're in this like radioactive zone with mutated people and mutated dogs and all that sort of thing. And I heard it was such a difficult game that I went into it going, let's see how long I can go without dying. And I played it at a snail's pace. It made it so tense and so exciting because I was so worried about that first time. I'd set myself this daft rule of never, ever die, even though the consequences aren't that great. Oh, it felt tense.
But that's
Do you know how long I lasted? 25 minutes, and it was during the tutorial. But those 25 minutes were,
But that's what I mean. It makes it mean more. I mean, that's why it was more resonant and interesting to play. I got that from Warzone because each game is like, if you played all the way through, each game was like an hour in Warzone.
Sure.
And so if you died, you'd be like, well, now we have to restart this quite long.
Yeah.
I've put so much time into it, and also this is the only time you can only die once, broadly, and it might fuck the whole thing up.
The opposite of this,
High stakes.
and a yes please for me is how you fall off when you're playing Skate Story and you come off the board.
Because you're made of glass, right?
Yeah, everything is sort of made of glass, and but it's the way that the camera sort of follows your character is like somebody's filming you, like somebody's on a board behind you,
Right.
And so when you come off, the camera rolls with you.
So the idea is the cameraman is tethered and
Kind
has also
of,
fallen off
yeah,
as well.
so it's sort of like you take the bump too. So it's like
Oh, so you really feel like complicit.
you're sort of rolling with it, but it's quite satisfying.
That's
It's
nice.
quite nice about it.
Even though presumably you're completely demolished.
I don't know if you explode, whether you just get back up. You just sort of, but it's a heavy, like you feel the hit,
Yeah.
but it's quite a nice, it's not just, I think it'd be worse if you just saw yourself shatter,
Yes, yeah.
but actually it's quite funny that you just sort of roll along with it.
Mm.
It's like if you did fall over whilst filming with your phone in your hand.
I got a really specific one. I love this in games. Jumping onto a ladder, like jumping towards a ladder, and your character grips that ladder at the point of impact, like grabs onto the rung. So let's say you leap off a building and you hit a ladder, you grab that ladder where it is, as opposed to a game where it may as well be a wall and your character just slides down and it won't let you get onto the ladder until you're at the base.
And you press X to get on the ladder.
That to me is like the equivalent of sliding down. Like obviously sliding down ladders. This came up a lot on our Discord. Sliding down ladders, Hitman, sliding down drain pipes. We love to slide down a cylinder.
Though I know I slag off climbing a lot, so I'm sorry to be back here, but some of the climbing mechanics in Hitman really annoy me.
Yeah.
What? We don't have to save this for the Patreon. What's grinding your gears?
So,
X to scale,
yeah,
space to jump, slide to left, click to go.
I was literally playing yesterday and I was struggling to get the specific camera angle for one to appear to say scale so that I could move across.
Oh, like when it's like move past window or hang down.
Or you're on a drain pipe and you want to get on a ledge and you know that you can get to the ledge.
Exactly.
You're not in the right position to get on the ledge.
You have to look at the right angle for that little white dot to have the option.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of it feeling organic, it feels a bit more like a point and click adventure where you're like, there's a door to your left and a hallway in front of you. Yeah, that's not a great one. Okay, I'll give you that. Leveling up, when you level up in a game, and it replenishes your HP as well. It replenishes all your stats. That's good. Nothing I hate more than when you level up and you're still just as ill as you were 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Pathetic, but yes, I'll say it again. The leveling up guitar solos in Call of Duty.
Oh, yes. Yeah. But it's how you feel. It's how it makes you feel.
And it's like you've unlocked one of 30 possible lasers.
For me, any kind of attack that happens in a big circle around you. Do you know what I mean by that?
AoE. Any area of effect is always amazing.
Yeah, but including like the Spider-Man, like pulling one guy towards you and then like spinning that guy around so it hits everyone else.
When he whacks people with a manhole cover, somehow not killing them.
Yeah, and they get back up.
Yeah, AoE is
they
always...
go, hey!
Yeah, my chest hurts. AoE is always amazing. That's why in Hades I always go for the circular attack as opposed to like actually hitting someone. The idea of hitting more than one person.
Flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Any flamethrowers in any game are always amazing.
It's the only time in Alien Isolation where you feel powerful because it's the only thing that scares the alien off.
Yeah.
You can, if you just give it a quick burst, doesn't kill them, they just run away.
Yeah.
What first-person shooters, were they a big part of flamethrowers?
They're in Hell Let Loose.
Oh yeah, are they effective?
They are effective in certain circumstances. They're not very long range. But if you have got... It's incredibly hard to clear people out of a building.
Yeah.
Because they just camp in a corner of a room, and as you sort of poke your head in going, who wants tea? They just blow your head off. Because they know, they just have to look at the door, and you have to look at the whole room. So it is quite satisfying to just go, right, switching classes, get the flamethrower out, and just go...
Farting into a room.
Hose this entire beautiful French chateau down with a flamethrower. Most World War II FPSs have a flamethrower in at some stage. Hell Let Loose, Red Orchestra...
In all of these, they
Vietnam.
run out quite quickly.
Yeah, they do tend to make...
always do.
They tend to give you a limit on the... Yeah, they do.
I guess because otherwise you could just
Flame
set
the...
everything on fire forever.
Flame the world. Flame the very world. In stuff like Steel Division, like top-down World War II strategies, you get like a Churchill crocodile tank or things like that, and just flame your way through some bunkers. Very satisfying.
That's nice.
I can't remember if it was one of the niche sort of World War II games, like it wasn't part of the Call of Duty or Medal of Honor franchises, but there was one where the flamethrower was a bit weak and had like 3 seconds of fuel in it. And
Fuck off. Don't do it then.
Put it in the game.
It's can of deodorant. That's a can of deodorant and a match.
Yeah, it's links and a zipper.
Yeah, I've killed flies with that, so grow up.
Yeah.
Resident Evil, this is across many of them. Mendes is out on the Discord said this specifically about Resident Evil 2. When the map changes colour to signify you have found everything there is to find in that room.
Oh,
that is a really lovely little thing. I love it. Very frustrating when you cannot find the one missing item in that room. But it is the kindest thing Resident Evil does to you. That is a lovely feature.
Sunken City (Gorilla Man).
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That has that in its terms of the clues that you find to build the case.
Yes.
If there is a building that you found all possible clues, the icon changes.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank God.
Skyrim did it. It would grey out a cave if you'd found everything you needed to in the cave. It's generous is what it is. It's generous. Normal Will, on Discord, synchronizing with the radio in GTA like in Baby Driver. Now, these are obviously very emergent gameplay things, but I do appreciate that. Like in a moment in GTA when you'd get into a car and the exact, the perfect song for the perfect moment would come on the radio.
Yeah.
And it makes me realize how difficult a process it must be choosing the songs for GTA when they soundtrack games like that. Because you need to choose songs that work perfectly for a rampage. Because you need to choose a playlist that is either suits a rampage or sounds hilarious during a rampage. And it can only be one of those two things.
Yes, or
Nothing too sad.
Nothing too sad.
at nighttime it needs to be the music from like Drive.
It needs to be synthy.
Yeah, heavy synth like warble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You don't want Bob Dylan coming on as your shooter.
No, I mean, even like San Andreas had like a couple of David Bowie songs, and it was like, we're in the wrong place.
That's depending on the Bowie song, it could be good, but yeah, there's no chance of.
Yeah. Imagine by John Lennon.
That would be so funny if that's in GTA 6.
Speeding down the motorway,
Yeah.
just decking people by the police chase you in a helicopter and hearing,
Yeah.
just harmonica sounds. This is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good moment when you get in the vehicle and it's just immediately welcome to the jungle, just straight away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
I love a good jump and roll out of a vehicle in those games as
Yeah.
well.
Bailing
It's
out of a-
very
yeah.
satisfying.
Do you know what I used to find really satisfying in GTA? It would be a means of suicide. So actually, it wasn't a useful thing to do in the game. But I first started to do this in GTA 4.
means.
If to bail out of a car at such a speed and lined up perfectly, like on something like a very busy road, so that when you bail out, you immediately come into collision with the car coming the other way.
Yeah.
So your car just plows on ahead, but you leap out in order to.
Yeah.
I
Screen
found
goes
it
grey.
so funny. The funniest time to do that would be on a date in GTA 4, because I just wanted my date to question for the rest of our lives how badly that date had gone. I thought we enjoyed playing darts.
Flight Club, no?
Yeah.
Just rolled into the path of an oncoming truck.
Miroki Natako drops on the map when it rains in Ghost of Yotei. So when you get your map, so in Ghost of Yotei, your character actually gets the map out whenever you look at the map. When it's raining, it little drops a map. And I second this and I add rainwater on the screen in any game. Death Stranding, even though it doesn't make any sense, you look upwards and it's in third person, but somehow the trickles of water go down the screen. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's a coziness
Makes
thing.
you sit on the sofa and open your mouth, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, you've got that leak in your roof. haven't you?
Yeah. So I catch a little toilet water on my tongue.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Means I
Yeah,
don't-
so you've got a leak in your roof and a flat above you. So that's what,
Yeah.
Means I don't have to get up.
For toilet water.
in order to get your toilet water
Yeah.
fixed.
So you hate it when you have to go all the way to the bathroom.
Knocking on your neighbours with a mug. Can I just get a mug to borrow a cup of toilet water?
Has your toilet got water in it?
Sometimes
Could I have
hate
some for
that
mine?
Comedy is yes-anding.
Yeah.
So I'm the toilet water drinker.
Yeah, you are.
As much as to be a comedian, you can't go, no.
Yeah, can we get an occupation, please?
It'd be very.
Toilet water drinker. Okay.
Brilliant. Yeah, thanks.
Right, so Sarah is late for work and they're a toilet water drinker. But can they guess why they're late for work?
It's also like it only makes it worse if you're like, no, I don't. Immediately.
Oh, yeah.
I've,
So much
I've
worse.
never done that.
Why would you joke about that? No, I don't. Immediately, everyone's thinking,
Oh, you've done that.
shit,
Oh, you
Sarah's
have-
really drinking a lot of
you
toilet water.
Button Boys.
Bernard Bumfinger.
Some
Don't
people on
call
the
me
Discord.
that!
Some people on the Discord, you need to change your names. If you want stuff read out, just be Bernard, because I think you're probably the only Bernard. You're definitely the only Bumfinger, but just call yourself Bernard.
It's
Does that mean there's a... Wait, let's analyse bum finger.
Yeah, it's quite.
Does the bum have a finger?
I think that's unfortunately the nicest possible outcome. Yeah,
Or is it the act of fingering a bum?
I think it's probably that.
Or someone called Bernard who like is so known as a bum scratcher that it is safe to give them the nickname of Bumfinger.
Would
or
you
they're part of, like, say,
rather-
German incestuous royalty from hundreds of years back, and the Bum family, B-U-M-M-E, had married into the Fenger family, and they'd had like a sort of double-barreled surname, and
Yeah.
Bumfinger had gradually become Bumfinger.
bum
Yeah,
finger.
they anglicised it after the war because they didn't want to sound German.
Yes, they went to
He's
be
the
bum
bum.
fingers.
Oh, we're going to have to be bum fingers now. Would you rather
Man with an itchy crack.
have a finger on your bum, as in like your bum has a finger growing out of it,
Yeah.
or a finger in your bum all the time?
The one on my bum because it can beckon like a doctor to come closer. Don't be shy.
Come here, child.
Yes. Never follow a bum to a second location.
Let me. If a bum beckons, it's trying to whisper something to you.
Yeah.
But you won't like what it's going to say.
We've gone from oh yeah moments in games to this.
Come closer.
That's the guy who invented pull my finger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bum finger, yeah. That bum's trying to tell me something.
Yeah. What did Bernard have to say?
Bernard,
What's the Elvish word for friend?
draw near, child.
Chris 213.
Hang on,
Hold
Bernard
on.
Bumfinger.
Oh yes, sorry.
Let him speak.
Yeah. Nevertheless, he persisted.
yeah. Being able to disable the HUD, the HUD, at the touch of
Yeah.
a button
I like that. Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2, you can do that.
to make it more scenic.
You just make it free. Any game as well where once the action has sort of subsided for a while, Resident Evil Requiem does this actually. If the action subsided for a while, your health bar and your ammo just goes away because they don't need to appear on the screen. That's quite nice.
Hell Let Loose does that.
And then the moment you press L2 to aim, suddenly it all comes back on the screen. So it's there when you need it.
Uncharted did that where it pops up when the combat's about to begin. So you see your like ammo come up and you're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, you'd hate that in real life, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, why do I know how many bullets I've got? 0. Oh, no. I've got another hub one, actually. This is from Chris 213. When the HUD's part of the game, Dead Space is the best for this. Your suit had your health and oxygen levels on the back of your head and suit, so you could see what you... So no need to have it on a big bar in the top left. Your gun had how much ammo you had written on the gun. It would say 23 or whatever.
Like
It said
Halo.
it on the gun. Yes, so much better. So much better. It feels a lot more organic.
I see what they mean. I initially thought it was going to be like the HUD's part of the game, like you're in a flight simulator or like a fighter plane.
No, I like
Game.
anything that
Where
is
the
immersive
HUD is
like
real.
That. That's nice when it is immersive and it makes sense. I do like that. But on that, I was thinking about tutorials. This is a real yes, please for me. Tutorials that make what you're doing in the tutorial is actually part of the experience. So Helldivers 2, for instance.
Yeah.
The tutorial is you doing basic military training, but it's done with a sense of humor. So it's basically sort of like, right, soldier, you're trickiest task so far. I need you to crouch. And then you crouch and it's like, my God, soldier, that's the best work I've ever seen. And you go, well, at least that's like, it's part of it, as opposed to...
When you throw like a practice grenade and like barely get it into like the little zone, the guy goes, that was a private, you've got an arm like a catapult. Like he's gassing you up so much.
Yeah, I like it.
It's really
It's-
funny.
That's what you'd need.
Yeah.
You go to
Right?
when-
But there's a game called Calm of the Dark World. Played it last year. It was a horror game, more like a sort of psychological thriller. And it wasn't really up my street, but it looked gorgeous. And it had this real sort of like 70s test facility aesthetic. But the tutorial was done as if you were undergoing like psychological tests in some weird facility in the 70s. So all like the light and sound... Choosing the light and sound of the game was you like literally like adjusting a dimmer switch and stuff to make it appropriate for your character. I'd like go to this tape recorder and turn the volume up or down based on what you want the maximum volume to be.
Oh, no.
So
Right,
good,
that's
so
nice.
good because it felt like this is what my character would want.
We've got one from Basic Goth on the Discord
Hello, Basic
saying
Goth.
being able to turn off the tutorials once you've played through the game.
Yes.
That is very nice.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I think everyone wishes that for Red Dead Redemption 2. I know obviously like it is a part of the storyline, but no one wants to go in the snow again. It's the one thing that holds me back from ever playing it again.
Me too, just getting through that. But there should be a skip to fun bit.
Yeah, because it's probably only about an hour. That's still an hour of my life.
So slow. So much of it is so slow.
Yeah.
My one sentence Terra Invicta update is about that.
Oh yeah.
Which is, I really wish that the little helpful person would stop popping up and saying, Commander, there are new organizations you can acquire.
Yeah.
I know there are.
Like
I've
Clippy.
been playing for 1,000 years.
Is it like Clippy?
It's a bit clippy.
Yeah.
The voice acting is pretty good, but after the first 950 times, it doesn't matter how good
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
who gives a shit? Cyberpunk
And you
did-
can't disable that. You can't
I can't seem to.
go away.
Cyberpunk had to release an update because you were constantly getting phone calls about new cars that were available. It was like, I don't care. I don't care. When did I sign up? When did I sign up to Auto Trader?
What?
Yeah,
In
it
the game?
was relentless. It was fucking over. Like
I had a bit of this on.
it was like if I'd put my phone number on the fucking internet.
I had a bit of this with Hitman, but I'll talk about it on the Patreon. We have a
Yes.
Patreon. You should sign up. A very similar situation that I've never experienced with a phone that kept ringing.
Ooh.
Should we talk the Patreon really quickly before we carry on with this?
Yeah,
Because
let's
in case you aren't signed up to the Patreon, would like to know more about this, look, we do an extra whole episode of Button Boys every single week, which you can get access to if you sign up to our Patreon. It's your way of showing support to the podcast if you do enjoy it. It's £5 a month, but a whole episode every single week, plus access to the entire back catalogue of like 30 episodes we've done so far. In those episodes, we talk about our video gaming gripes. We recommend a game each week that you might not have heard of. We do a sort of book club playthrough of a game. We did Dark Souls, currently doing Hitman World of Assassination. We've also got a new elite tier of the Patreon where you can hear us interviewing comedy friends of ours about their gaming likes and dislikes. We've had Christopher MacArthur-Boyd, we've had Phil Wang. Our next guest we can exclusively reveal is
Celia Piccola.
Yes, all the way from Australia. Very, very excited about that. But you can sign up today. Also, if you just want to sign up to the free tier, you can. Means you get access to the Discord. Means that when we do a subject like your gaming yes pleases, you can get yours read out. Speaking of which, Fawn on the Discord. I like this one. This is quite broad, but this never gets old. Jumping down onto someone in Assassin's Creed from a height and immediately assassinating them. Doing that in any game. Leaping onto someone an instant kill. And
Yes.
it's silent and no one notices.
Ooh.
And similarly, getting somebody when you're hanging on a ledge.
Pulling them
Stealth
down.
kill from,
Yeah.
very nice.
I still maintain one of the only good jokes in games, I think, is from Uncharted 2, where Nathan Drake and his friend, who ends up being a bit of a baddie, this isn't massive spoiler territory, it's very early in the game, but they're crawling along a ledge, they're hanging on a ledge, and suddenly this guard approaches, and his friend goes, "There's a guard above you, there's a guard above you." And then the game tutorial basically suggests you pull the guy by his ankle and throw him down, and as soon as you throw him down, sending him plunging to his death, his friend goes, "There's a guard below you, there's a guard below you." It's one of a few well-written bits in a
That's
game.
funny.
Like, there's
Brilliant.
actually it's a decent joke.
Yeah.
Also, I think any falling from height and it having an impact. GTA 4 is probably the first one I remember where if you landed on a car from a height, like hit the top of the car, all the windows would smash.
Ooh.
And that felt really good.
That's
That was good. I'd never seen that before.
A former child says inverse kinematics, brackets, when your character's feet hit every step of the staircase.
Firstly, yes. And secondly, I did not know that was the term for it.
Inverse kinematics.
Inverse kinematics is when, presume it must be some term of,
What's kinematics?
that's got to be when you adapt to something. That's got to be something about adaptability.
Kinematics. I'm gonna
Because that's got to, that is satisfying when a character runs up the stairs and you're like, oh my God, it is hitting.
yeah.
Like if I stop,
Rather-
one foot's on one step and one's on the other.
Rather than that gliding up what is obviously...
ramp.
Yeah.
Inverse kinematics is the mathematical process in robotics and animation used to determine the necessary joint angles and parameters to position a robotic arm or character's end effector, like hand or foot. I'm going to start calling them my end effectors. I've got two end effectors, and they're both registered weapons.
Talk to the
I'm
end
gonna
effect
affect
because
your
nobody's
end.
listening.
At a specific target location. So it's that kind of targeting, of making sure the feet aren't going through or above the
Yes,
steps. Or
please.
just,
Well-
It just shows a level of care. Yes,
That
please.
cleared all of that up, didn't it?
Floating pasties being sent to a new area very briefly, and then it's never brought up again. So I guess off the top of my head, Red Dead Redemption 2, you go to Guam. And then you go, or Guava, I can't remember the name of the place, and then you end up coming back and it's
Tropical
never really,
Island.
it's never
What
really
the
brought
fuck
up
are you
again.
talking about? You go to Guam.
Guama, sorry. You go to a place called Guama in Red Dead Redemption. Basically, if there's a heist that goes wrong, you end up on a boat and it takes you from Saint Denis, the big town, the New Orleans sort of town, and you end up shipwrecked.
Are you a prisoner on the boat?
You're not a prisoner on the boat, but you're a prisoner when you get to the island. Or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people, some of your crew are prisoners.
So it's like sort of Devil's Island.
Yes, and it's very brief. And it's one brief chapter, and then the game carries on regardless. No major plot points really happen, as far as I remember, on that island. The best example, and the one that they've given here, is in Baldur's Gate 3. Spoiler alert if you haven't played through Baldur's Gate 3, but this is firstly optional. The game has so many different things that happen. I promise this isn't a major spoiler, but it does happen in Act 3 when you do arrive in Baldur's Gate. You end up meeting, there's a circus in town, and you end up talking to a genie, and if you wrong the genie, some bad things happen. You could end up turning into a wheel of cheese. You get some strange curses in the game. I ended up getting cursed by some weird sort of succubus, and my character would orgasm in the middle of a road every now and then. That was humiliating. But one of the punishments this gin gives you is they basically send you to Jurassic World. You end up in this tropical jungle in the middle of nowhere. There are dinosaurs. And then you end up back again in just Baldur's Gate straight afterwards, and it is never mentioned again. But it was just this great hour-long diversion where it was like, that was crazy, that will never happen again. It
Wow.
was great. It was
you're
just brilliant.
Coming the whole time.
My character hadn't had the coming disease yet, so that was but it started to affect them quite shortly afterwards. Yeah.
Welcome.
Even the dinosaurs are unnerved by it.
What was that pause there? Nothing. Nothing. Play the music.
Sexy girl.
That's why the tap water was moving like that.
That's it. The guy ran to the toilets and got eaten by a T-Rex because he was just jacking off.
We arrive at something like this every episode.
Every episode. I'm sorry.
G-Booble
Yes.
says, buying something from a shop and it vanishes from the shelf.
Ooh.
Yes. Sometimes I hate it. Sometimes I hate it because it implies if it's an item that you were hoping was not a finite resource. So, for instance, Discounty, the supermarket game I was playing earlier on this year.
Infinity loo roll?
Yes, where I'd want to buy deep shelves because it meant you could have twice as many products in those shelves. You didn't have to stop them back up again. And I'd go to the shop every morning and I'd buy my deep shelf and they'd be like, that's just the one we had on sale this morning. And you go, I'm going to fucking kill you and your family. But I do appreciate the realism behind you go to a shop, you buy the thing, it is now vanished from the shelves because you go, that is how shops work.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Yeah, and it's nice when it's in your eye line while you're talking to the shopkeepers and like the shelves are almost over their shoulder.
Yeah.
You see it go.
That's a yes, please. That's a yes, please.
They do it in Red Dead where you can buy from the shopkeeper. You could go and sort of see the entire inventory of things that they have at the shop, or you could get it from the shelf. You can pick it up. That's nice too.
Andrew Coulson says automation that isn't vital to gameplay. So in a game like Plate Up, which is a bit like Overcooked, when you have raised enough money to be able to just get someone to do the dishes for you, like you can pay to have the dishes done.
Yes.
And it's not vital to the game, but it's just done. And they've also cited as well, basically gambit systems in games like Final Fantasy XII had this great, it was the first Final Fantasy, as far as I remember, that had real-time combat instead of just turn-based. And what they did to make it a bit less complicated was you set you and your teammates various rules. So for instance, to your healer, you'd set a rule in the menu that was like, if any of my team fall below 50% health, then I throw a potion at them and I heal them. And you'd set all these rules. Oh, if I'm extremely low on health, then suddenly I'll go into like berserk mode and attack more. Any game that has that, like Pillars of Eternity, which is a real D&D style game, you'd set all these dozens of rules for your teammates, which meant you go into battle, you don't press a thing. I love going into battle not pressing a thing because you go, all the rules are in place. Oh no, one of my guys is about to die. Don't worry.
Clockwork battle.
Clockwork is exactly what it is. It's gorgeous stuff.
I like that.
Just because you mentioned Overcooked, when you throw something to somebody in Overcooked and they catch it.
That's beautiful.
It's lovely.
That's really, really, really nice.
It's-
Do you know why?
sometimes it
Because me and Katie could never do it. So when it happened like once, it was like, there's a mechanic where you can catch the plate. I thought it was just there to humiliate us.
Sometimes I get so excited that I'd catch the thing and then throw it off the side. You're so panicked. You're like, ah!
I thought there was a third chef.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Smimon's on Discord. Oh, this is so specific. It's specific to a specific game. I'm going to have to explain what actually happens in this. They've said the Mikiri counter in Sekiro. Sekiro is the ninja version of Dark Souls made by From Software, so the same people who made Dark Souls. They came out in 2019, and it's all about parrying. So it's Dark Souls, but it's all about parrying and...
Oh, good.
Yes, the hardest kind. I found it the hardest. It's my least favourite of all the Souls games, but it is still brilliant. But there is a technique it teaches you called the Mikiri counter, which is that when someone comes at you with a spear, if you basically push yourself forward, because I see parrying and defending as something that you do on the back foot. If you basically defend forwards, the Mikiri counter is you step on their spear.
Whoa.
And it makes them look so stupid. You just stamp on their spear and their facial expression changes to a and it means you can just absolutely obliterate them. I could never nail it. So on the one or two times it happened, one of them being the tutorial, that made me feel good. That I agree with that. A yes, please.
Oh, that is
yeah.
good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Are we done?
Yeah.
Goodness me. Let's move over to the Patreon. Thank you so much for listening to Button Boys on. It's been an absolute pleasure. We're going to have some gaming greats for you. We're going to be talking about the latest mission in Hitman that we're doing. It is the big finale of Hitman 2. We'll also be recommending a game but I don't think you've heard of before, so please sign up to that. In the meantime, look, just give us a subscribe on YouTube. Give us a nice review and rating on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. I tell you what, socially, where can everyone find you?
Socially?
Yeah.
Out and about.
The club.
Yeah.
Just type our names into Instagram, Blue Sky, even the Nazi one, Twitter, we don't mind. You can find us there.
I'm not on Twitter.
And you can find Button Boys on Instagram.
TikTok
as well.
Be on TikTok.
TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok. I've like 2 videos. My TikTok looks like a dormant fake profile someone else set up to pretend to be me. That's how not on there.
Or it looks like you died fairly shortly after
TikTok came out.
Yeah, nothing scarier than a dormant account. Like loads of the police dog accounts I started following in 2010 have been quiet for ages. Talk to me, dogs. Anyway, we'll see you next week. It's been an absolute pleasure. This has been Button Boys. See you next Thursday.
Button Boys.